welcome to Opposites React. That's Whitney. I'm Ashley.
And we are here with Past Self from Sleep Token's new album.
Yes, even in Arcadia. We have already listened to the first song on the album, whose title already escapes me, even though we just listened to it. We spent 40 minutes listening to and breaking down that song.
What word? Look to the Windward.
Look to the Windward. Yes. Okay. So we've just watched Look to the Windward and spent 40 minutes breaking that down. That was like a sleeper. I had no clue that was gonna like.
No, the song wasn't a sleep. It was like a sleeper cell. Like it took us off guard.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. But
it got me.
Yes.
Like took me by total surprise. And so like at first we just like ended up listening to the whole thing, and then I was like, oh my gosh, we have to talk about it. Mm-hmm. And how was that 7 minutes? So it took forever.
It was a long song for sure.
That video was so long. And so originally we were going to watch the whole album or listen to the whole album. And then we were like 40 minutes for one song. That's not going to happen. So anyway, now we're going to listen to Past Self and see where this gets us. And
go from there.
Let's see what happens. Same spot.
Mm-hmm. We've not entered the city yet.
Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy, and I don't even know who I used to be, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now, now. Clawed out of my woodwork, bolts out of my blue depths, in and out of my dreamscapes, people acting different. One look at my past self, double taking my cash flow, apologizing for shit that frankly I stopped thinking of years ago. And you know I deliberate on cutting out the demons. I still need a dark side, they just need a reason. The passage of the hours into rushing through the seasons, falling through my mind with the leaves on the tree. So keep me alive, keep me believing.
Before we get fully into the chorus, or I guess it's the pre-chorus.
Pre-chorus.
But this is very like, I mean, the lyrics are pretty straightforward. But it's very R&B style.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. But I mean, it seems
it's a different.
it's a different vibe than we've heard
Of Sleep Token.
from Sleep Token before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I do like that people acting different. One look at my past self, double take. Oh my, like it was just. I don't know. The lyrics are not matching the musicality of the song at this moment for me, because I think because we've already listened to Caramel Immersion's like some of the songs where it's like
we kind of know the position he's coming from.
Yes,
in a lot
I'm
of this.
anticipating certain things, and so then like reading into some of these lyrics, it's.
I mean, it sounds of a similar vein where it's like, coming out of the woodwork. Like instead of just coming out of the woodwork, he's like clawing out of the woodwork. Bolts out of my blue depths. I don't necessarily understand. Like blue depths as in like the deepest, darkest parts of me. Like usually blue depths are ocean. And so maybe like I'm bolting out of the deepest, darkest part of me, or bolts sometimes are like bolts of fabric, but I don't understand necessarily how that would apply. So maybe just bolting out of the deepest parts of him, in and out of my dreamscapes. People acting different. One look at my past self, double take on my cash flow. So like, oh, look at the difference of my means.
Yes.
And because I'm famous or because I'm in the public eye now, I have to apologize for stuff that I stopped thinking about years ago. Mm-hmm. And I deliberate on cutting out the demons. Basically, I deliberate on either cutting out people in his life that are toxic to him, or cutting out maybe substances that are demons to him. Mm-hmm. But he still needs a dark side. So the substances could be his excuse for a dark side, or the people that make him angry could be a dark side, and they just need a reason to hate him or to call him out on stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Passage of Hours is rushing through seasons. Basically, time flies.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. This is interesting.
Reason the passage of the hours into rushing through the seasons, falling through my mind with the leaves on the tree. So keep me alive, keep me believing that now is the time to take it or leave it. Gave away all my blessings, left off weightless, torn apart by the true believers who turned out to be faithless. You're gonna dance on the line with me. You know it's not a game or a fantasy.
Like, even starting the song with the chorus. Like, I can't sing it up the octave. It's like, it's weird. It's in a weird key for me to like
to recreate. No, yeah.
Are you gonna dance? Like,
but starting the song with the chorus, I think it's definitely a 90s move.
It's such a 90s move, and like, it's just so funny. Like, in even the ending line, like, where they repeat the like, but nothing is the same, and some things have to change now. Like, it's so 90s. Like,
but I do think this chorus is kind of a nod to, at least the vibe I'm getting is like, it's almost like he's deciding whether he's going to change things up or not. Does that make sense? Like, okay, am I, you keep me believing, like, look at like all the changes. Like, look at but he's like, no, things have got to move on. Things have got to change.
I don't even know who I used to be.
Yeah, are you guys gonna stay with like are you gonna dance on the line with? Are you guys gonna stay with me? Like,
well, because everything that we have interpreted about this album is his like almost disdain for what has happened between him and his fan base.
Yes.
And again, we could be wildly wrong.
We could be,
but that's a perspective that we keep coming back to. And so it's kind of like, I don't know who I used to be anymore.
That's the lens we're looking, because that's kind of
because how I've interpreted
new. Well, that's how I've interpreted the other songs that we've heard.
This album kind of seems like
that's now how the lens that I'm looking at this song with.
This album, instead of a conversation between him and Vessel, sometimes it seems more like a conversation between him and the fans.
Yes. Or him and his record label, or
him and his, I don't know,
producer,
former self, even.
That is, it's because it's almost like, at least this song with the R&B feel, it's like, okay, am I gonna make this shift? Am I gonna decide to change it up? Or it's like, no, it was really good. Like, look at the difference.
And somebody had said the marketing for this album, someone in the comments, and I can't remember the exact names that were used, but basically in the comments, and this is the only person that told us this, by the way, so thank you for telling us this. But they had said that basically the marketing for this album leading up to it was basically like, choose your house. Are you house this or house that? And like the nights were basically the banner with the flamingo on it. And then there was the house of basically the trees. And it's like, it's basically the house of the flamingos or the house of the trees or something like that. And it was basically kind of like, pick your battle, pick your side, and choose which side you're going to join. And so it kind of almost is like, okay, like, are you
There's a battle happening.
There is something happening here. And fans, are you going to choose to move forward through this, or are you going to maybe stay, like maybe the Knights represent his old self and what this was, and are you going to stay mired in the past, or are you going to move through it with him
forward
and move into the next phase, into the growth phase? Maybe the trees maybe represent growth. The Knights maybe represent an inorganic, unmoving.
Yes.
Typically Knights are unyielding.
Yeah.
Huh?
there we go.
Huh? Who knows? Wild speculation. Who's to say?
All right.
Okay. Yes, but that's the thing is it's like now's the time to take it or leave in the pre-chorus. Now's the time to take it or leave it. I gave away all my blessings.
Yeah.
Then I'm torn apart by the true believers that turned out to be faithless.
Yes, that's
yes.
like where you see that where it's like
it's hard to not apply this to like, come on, fans, who's gonna stick with me?
But it is because of that R&B feel, because of the
it's very
vibe of the song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little deceiving.
Mm-hmm.
That as we're listening, because it's kind of a jam.
Oh yeah, it's one of those pumped up kicks kind of songs where we're gonna bop along.
Hold on, there's some stuff.
Yeah.
Happening here.
Mm-hmm. He's saying some things while you're bopping your head.
Right? And it's like, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Angel hacking into my brain cells, stepping up from my future, uploading my true self. Did I get this far for nothing, or are you the reward? Guiding hands in this hell house, opening news. If this is love, then I am out of hesitation. Head over heels at elevation, walking an inch above the pavement, taking it stride by stride together. If this is real, then I am all up in a frenzy. Not like before when I was empty. Say that the story we tell is never ending, taking it side by side together.
Oh, and he's got a hopeful side.
Mm-hmm. Well, and okay, what is confusing me about this song versus the message and all the other songs? This song is kind of like, okay, guys, been there, done that. I'm moving on. I'm growing. Whereas some of the other songs were kind of, I ventured away from who my true self has been. Mm-hmm. The music, like especially in, was it Damocles, where it's like, I'm simplifying. Do you like these simple beats? Do you like this new radio version?
Right. Well, and that was just our speculation too. I know that some people in the comments, number one, in the comments, there were many, many theories. Mm-hmm. Like there were so many layers. Mm-hmm. And so our speculation might not be the correct speculation of, I'm simplifying it for you how you like this.
That's fine. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and so, that aside, in this song, it sounds like he's basically saying, I'm moving in a direction.
Yes.
And you can be with me or you can leave me, but I have hope that you're going to stay with me and this is going to be the reward. Mm-hmm. And if so, then I could be floating around here. This could be exciting. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of cute to see, like, I could be excited about, like, everything actually going okay after it seemed very dismal.
But
not every song on every album is in chronological order.
Well, that's what I'm confused about. Well, because this song is titled Past Self.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if maybe this is his
past
self.
You're so smart.
Thinking, because this is a different, like, this is a completely different vibe.
This was his pre-jaded self.
Yes.
This is the, like, yay! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna create this identity.
I mean, because think about it, guarding hounds in the Hell House opening new doors. Like, the Hell Hounds are not good things.
No.
Like, they're scary.
Mm-hmm.
But they're opening new doors. Like, I'm kind of thinking this is his past self, as the song is titled. Mm-hmm. Thinking, okay, I'm hopeful. Is everybody gonna come along with me?
I've created this persona, and this is gonna be so great. And
because
this is his hopeful, delusional self before, like, he realized that basically, ultimately, shit hits the fan. Like, this was before he realized that inevitably your anonymity is taken. Inevitably, the people that hold you up turn on you. Inevitably, it all goes to crap. This is his... You're so smart.
Prior...
Yes.
To... Because, I mean, and from everybody kind of saying there is... He takes you on a journey with his albums. Mm-hmm. They connect, all those things. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at it... And because we Caramel and Damocles are the freshest in my mind. And because we had listened to those prior, and those are...
And that Caramel comes next, and Caramel was very much...
Caramel is another song. We've got Dangerous next.
I didn't realize there's two columns.
But kind of see, okay, we're on a journey here. There's no way this is the same.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, and just the title, and then...
Nope, you got it. That's very smart.
I think
you got it.
Okay,
that's very smart. Because
maybe at the very end he just stabs us in our heart.
This is naive vessel.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys! Like that's him. Like
this is
I'm floating on air. Are we gonna just take this journey side by side together?
Right.
And it could be to the fans. It also could be to Vessel, where it's like, or not to Vessel, to sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
To sleep. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, are we taking this journey together? And you're gonna be like my muse, and you're gonna be this thing, and then in the end, you're gonna freaking stab me. Like, oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's not a game or a fantasy. And I don't even know who I used to be. But nothing is the same. Something's out to change now. Are you gonna dance on the line with me? You know it's not a game or a fantasy. And I don't even know who I used to be. But nothing is the same. Something's out to change. No, no, no.
Anything after this one? Nope.
Okay, our war has
Dangerous
not started.
Is the next one, right?
Dangerous is the next
one. Do we just want to do a double on this video? Let's just keep it going. Okay. Let's look up the lyrics real quick.
Okay, again, Dangerous is the next one. We're still not in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your charger is like warm and it's delightful.
The short-circuiting of the electronics is a lovely hand warmer.
Provided me just such a lovely hand warmer.
Me and my hoopty equipment. Okay, so we now are going to listen to Dangerous. Boom and boom diddy boom.
I wish I could have known that the look in your eyes would echo in mine and go back out of my mind across the line. When was the last time I felt like this? That desire and tainted place. It's like you're dangerous to me. I notice every time we meet, I feel the ground beneath my feet giving way. You've got me talking in my sleep as if you're conquering my dreams. You have awakened what's beneath again. But I thought I could resist.
Okay, so in the first two verses, this also seems like it's one of those like directed at sleep songs. You know what I mean? Like kind of like Fast Self.
Yeah.
Ended up sounding like. Where.
Well, it almost like, okay, from the first verse, it almost, I feel like this is the bridge. like between, all right, this is your past self.
Yes, and
all right, we're getting to
like we're hearing. You know what? It would be really good for us to have heard the previous albums right now, because I feel like we are hearing this as a beginning, middle, and end of this story with Sleep and Vessel almost, where he's so naive. This is going to be so great together.
So can you remind me of
the story of Sleep and Vessel?
Yes.
So basically, Sleep Tokens, their kind of story, the lore is basically Vessel is a vessel for essentially Sleep is like essentially a deity or a kind of god, and the songs are tokens offered to Sleep in order for Sleep to provide inspiration for a Vessel to create more music.
Okay.
And so it's basically this
give and take
relationship between the two of them. Vessel is almost like a muse that inspires and provides inspiration and creativity for him, and then he in turn it becomes almost beholden and attached to Sleep in order to create. And so when you're talking about how naive and like, this could be so great, and now he's learning how dangerous Sleep is. Yes. Right? But now I'm like, this would be good for us to know the rest right now. I can see where it would be really great for us to have that context. But it's still kind of fun to not know, but yeah.
I think it's fun to not know because I also feel like it's good to kind of, I don't know, in certain aspects, I mean, and I could be completely wrong, but take, all right, this art and just, okay, what is it? Just this this album.
As a standalone album, how does this translate?
Yeah.
And as a standalone album, right now, if you've heard the story between Sleep and Vessel, to me, right now, interestingly, the singles as they came out translated as, "You fans are messing with me!" But then hearing that past self one, and especially how you interpreted it, it was like, this is as he's meeting Sleep, and it's... First, initial love, the Twitter patient, and not necessarily that they have a love relationship, but the Twitter patient and the hope,
the excitement,
and the excitement
of future,
of new things,
of creation.
Yes, it reminds me of first love, where there's hope and excitement and naivete about how nothing can go wrong, or maybe
an adventure,
and the trepidation, because he did express, are you something good or something bad? If you're good, I'm really excited, and I could be walking on air, though. You know what I mean?
Opening all these doors.
So he had that kind of cautious optimism about the relationship that was about to ensue between them, and now.
Well, and that I think that the reason why I feel like the title of the song "Dangerous," but then this first verse, I wish I could have known that. Like, look in your eyes would echo mine and go back. Out of my mind across the line, when was the last time I felt like this? Dark desire and tainted bliss. Like, so where it's like, you could feel it's a little ominous. It's a little
off. It's tainted bliss, meaning...
But it's like, this is bliss. This is bliss.
It's bliss, but I'm paying for it a little.
This might be...
it's bliss, but I'm paying for it. Or it's bliss. It's almost like an addiction type of bliss. Where, you know what I mean? Like we talked about with, I think it was Emergence where we talked about maybe it was an addiction.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, is this an addiction? We thought it was a relationship at first, and then we were like, is this an addiction? And everybody was like, it's Sleep and him, right? And it's like, it's the trifecta. It's all three. It's a relationship. It's an addictive relationship. It's a what do they call it? A codependent relationship.
Yes.
When it's not a healthy relationship.
This
can
be a little toxic.
This is the tainted bliss he's talking about, where they're having this codependent, toxic relationship with each other.
Where I feel like this is just where it's starting to kind of like...
You see the first signs of, but I'm too deep now.
Yeah,
I don't want to get out.
I don't want to.
I'm in too deep, and I don't want to get out.
Yes. All right.
And that
yeah, I think that this where it's like
Sleep Token does a phenomenal job of setting this undercurrent of tension.
Well, I feel like even without lyrics, I find are so important. Like you.
Without the lyrics, you can still feel that undercurrent of tension because of the instrumentation.
You could feel what
Just
they
like
want
in,
you to feel.
Just like in, it wasn't The Summoning, it was the other one. We listened to
The Reckoning?
No,
Was it Reckoning?
It was The Summoning, and it started with a C, and it had the Beetle Man.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Start with a C?
I can't remember the name of the song right now. But it had that.
Oh yeah, that cold thing, and you were like, I almost have to turn it off.
And I was like, oh gosh, please let it end soon, because it was like it was creating that tension and
that
almost
dissonance,
like grinding into my like, you know, and so. Chokehold, that was it. And so, and again, it's just that way that they set this tension. I feel like their music is almost designed to like put everyone on their heels. Like, I like this, but also I'm uncomfortable. What is this? What's going on? It
just makes you pay attention.
It's kind of just masterful how they get you to pay attention, both lyrically and musically. Such a great job. Okay, hold on back a little bit. There we go. Are you listening to the?
Yeah.
Whoop, hey.
Oh no, I'm like so in with the lyrics.
Okay,
go back.
My crazy brain is hearing all these like, hey, what, hey, like in the backgrounds, like these weird little ad-libs.
Well, I thought I could resist you, but something in me just can't help but insist to blur the lines just one last time. You're starting to see this.
When's the last time you tasted blood? Like,
that little bit more. Okay, you need this.
I just need a little bit more. I just need a little bit more. The addiction is taking hold. That line, like clockwork beneath the permafrost, that's such a good line to say. I'm frozen, I'm stuck.
But okay, I'm so glad you pointed out that the like yips or whoops in the background.
Whoop, hey,
because I was focused on the lyrics. I mean, you could feel like the intention with it, but I wasn't focusing on it. But you could feel that. But with the lyrics in this verse, I think it makes such an impact when you put the two together, because it's, do you see, all right, I couldn't resist you one last time. You know, I'm caught in tie, like I might lose my mind, but back to oblivion.
Back to
oblivion. You might breathe that burning breeze through paradise for me.
Yes.
Like, where it's that little, I'm distracting you with the, like, with just adding that whoop. Like, it makes it kind of fun and light and stuff, but then you're hearing, like, all right,
and there's the undercurrent of tension still, but you have these little fun, like, whoop, hey, like, don't look over here where it's dark and moody. It's whoop, hey,
seriously. Like, I mean, the
it's like masterful instrumentation, and the production. Like, that's the thing is, there are somebody in the comments who pointed out when we were listening to Damocles, and I was like, it seems a little bit more straightforward of a song, you know what I mean? He's like, is it straightforward though? Because listen to the production on this and this. And I was like, you want to know what's funny is we talk about how, like, I don't have a producer's mind. I don't sit there, like
who says,
you know what, this could use a little, hey, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have that mind where I think it was one of the Carpet Man videos where I was like, what producer is sitting there going, you know, this could use a little tick, 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 tick. Like where the mind of the people that make these production decisions, it's very interesting how that works. And my mind doesn't work like that on a creative level, but it hears everything. And it is so good. It's so good. Okay.
But the amazing artistry of it to just be able to pull all that together.
Oh.
Because basically, they're doing musically what the lyrics are saying.
I mean, it's such a great symbiotic relationship, which is essentially, I mean, that's the funny thing is it's a symbiotic relationship between the lyrics and the production, right? And the full instrumentation. Because, I mean, like, this is obviously a more electronic beat than the typical instrumentation for that we've heard before. But it is interesting how the marriage between lyrics and music happen, and it's almost that same kind of like toxic relationship that he's talking about, you know what I mean? It's so good. Like, when people are like, I don't know, Sleep Token's overrated, I'm like, but have you really listened?
Are you listening?
Well, but I know it's funny is when we were saying, I don't get Ghost Love Score, everybody's like, but you probably didn't listen. I mean, some people were pretentious and were like, obviously, some people like the more simple music. And it was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel where they're coming from on this type of thing because I'm like, have you really listened to it? And maybe if we were listening, because I feel like with Nightwish, people are always like, listen to the live versions first. I actually think it does a disservice 100%. To listen to live versions first because you are not hearing exactly how it was meant to be heard. The intent is always delivered in a studio version, and then you can appreciate how someone delivers live performance. But the intent behind the song is created in the studio. Yeah. And maybe that's, I mean, this is incredible. I truly like seek and you will find. If you want to tear something apart, you can. Anything. Yeah. Anybody. You could do that too. If you want to find awesome things, right, you will find that. If you look for the good, you will find the good. If you look for bad, you'll find bad. But I think because we know and we've experienced Sleep Token, and so we're on the hunt for like, oh my gosh, all these incredible things. Yes. And so it's giving us the opportunity to appreciate it, I feel like, at its fullest. For sure. Okay. Let us continue on. It's like you didn't go back. It's like you. That no where he says I feel the ground beneath my feet, the notes kind of shift up into a more major chord, and it like almost I don't know, it's almost like a swell almost. No. Yeah, I know. I was referencing something. Okay. Listen for the way the chords sound, and I don't know if it does it in the other choruses, but here I noticed that the chording it shifts to sound more bright, which is interesting because again that almost toxic, like, this is great, just kidding, stupid, you know what I mean? Like, I'm building you up just to drop the ground out from underneath you. Like, listen for it. Nope, it wasn't bright. It was the ground beneath my feet giving way. Like, that. That's not what he's saying on the main verse, but you get that note underneath. I was incorrect in what I heard, but that's still a really cool note. That was Is there going to be anything extra in this one? Nope.
Okay, so at the end of this,
all right, now we're
in,
which is interesting. Okay, so on this playlist, Emergence didn't have the visualizer, but Emergence is the one where the night was approaching. And then Caramel is now we're in the Great Hall. Will be interesting to see what the next one has.
The musicality of this outro really created kind of a visual for me, like in my brain.
Tell me what you were seeing.
Because it was just, okay, this whole last verse, where, you know, you're really just seeing like, okay, it's taken a shift, like, and the addiction setting, like he needs whatever this
person,
is.
this substance, this thing.
Yes, this thing. And then it goes into the chorus, and it really just like makes you pay attention to the words of the chorus a lot. And then like where, okay, it's like you're dangerous, but then as he goes into what you show me how to dance forever, and then comes in with the drums and the guitar, it created this visual where it's almost like, okay, I am taking your hand, and this is
here we go.
I am now knowingly, instead of past self, like, okay, I'm naively going into this, and now dangerous is, you're seeing what it is.
And you're making the choice.
And now you are choosing to, I am locking my step with you. I am choosing to, won't you show me how to dance forever? I'm choosing to be with you forever. Or I'm choosing to be with you on this journey, knowing
it might not be great.
It's not good for me. Knowing that this is pretty dangerous. It's like, you know, and that it just kind of created that change from won't you show me how to dance forever to then with the heavy music. It made me just visualize like a commitment. Like, all right, I'm agreeing to this. Like,
and it's funny when you said that, when I heard that too, when it's like, won't you show me how to dance forever? And the heaviness came in, and it had almost like a darkness to it. It was kind of like, here we go. Like, I've got you now.
It was sort of like in Princess and the Frog, when what is it, the Shadow Man or whatever. It was like, okay, you know, we're making a deal.
Or when Ursula and Ariel make the deal, you know, yes, it was a dark agreement.
Yes,
the sound of it was a dark agreement. We have made the agreement, and now you have legs. You're going to meet your prince, Ariel, but it's not going to be on your terms.
But isn't that kind of amazing how, okay,
that theme runs through very many stories. Sorry, go on.
It does, but like how that's not what the words are saying. But with the music and everything and the theme that we've seen this up to this point, where that is exactly where my mind went. That's kind of what I visualized with the music led my brain there.
It's so interesting.
And I think that's so cool that that music can do that.
Yes, well, and that's like what really good art can do, where he's writing very poetically in a way to allow your brain to fill in and basically
create
paint
something.
It's like a good author. You know, you will read the book and paint the picture in your mind based on a great author. And this person is lyrically creating this incredible story for us to paint and fill in. And then when sonically you have that extra element, it's like, okay, we've painted this picture and now we are giving you extra color.
Yeah.
And so you can really fill in some incredible gaps there that might not have been done otherwise.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I think it's awesome.
Okay. Well, that was a fun double feature.
And then we go into
then it goes into caramel, which we're gonna snap it over to caramel in the playlist because we've already reacted to that.
Yes.
And so like and subscribe on all that. That's your line.
Sorry, like and subscribe, because I was thinking like, okay, but before you cut out, but like,
what?
I was just thinking like, because caramel, like we reacted to before, not knowing what happened. like not knowing the rest of it.
Not, yeah.
And so I think like Caramel, it just kind of has an interesting...
Well, now should we do Emergence 2 then?
No. I was just like, I'm just taking a gander really quick at the lyrics. And I can see it even more. Where it's like...
Because Caramel, we took a very strong stance on it being about people.
Yes. And I think it kind of might be like I think you might be right where it's more about sleep. Like stick to me like stick to me like Caramel. Walk beside me till you feel nothing as well. Mm-hmm. Like this might be sleep talking to.
That's what they were saying in the comments.
Yeah, where it's okay. I think with the way this is going.
I'll keep dancing on the stages of prison. It's a beautiful nightmare.
Uh-huh.
Like, so basically, as totally blind, wild speculation, we were like, this is about the fans and all the people that messed with him, which is probably one aspect of it.
Well, I'm sure it's also, double meaning.
For sure. And quite frankly, maybe all of these are double meaning, right?
100%. But...
and so... And maybe Vessel is also an allegory for, the art and the ability to create art and all that it entails, including the fandom.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I think, this definitely is a double because, like in Caramel, where they're talking about, I'm terrified to answer my own front door. Did I give you what you came? And you're
calling my real name. You
know
what I mean? Like, that's definitely a double.
Well, to the fans for sure, but there's lots in here that definitely could be from like sleep to Vessel. I think that
Vessel writes from. I think that sleep is a really good safety blanket for him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Where I can write all my songs and anybody could look at it and interpret it to be about sleep. But if you look closer, you can see that I'm writing other stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And like, I think that's my interpretation of
Especially with the chorus.
Exactly. So it's like, I think my interpretation of it seems like, okay, again, I think maybe we talked about this before, but in Jewish religion, when they read the Torah, it's okay, there's what this is on the surface, then there's basically, you're supposed to look for 3 different meanings mm-hmm. in the scripture. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, yeah, sure, there's the story between him and sleep, then maybe there's his personal story, and then maybe there's also
the story between him and the fans,
his personal story between him and the fans, maybe, and then there's also like in Damocles where somebody was like, I think it's from Damocles to Dionysus to Damocles. Uh-huh. You know what I mean? Where it's like, okay, there could be many interpretations of how it is.
Oh, for sure.
And that just also speaks to the genius of whoever his sleep is. Again, I didn't look it up. I don't care about your name, homie. So, that just speaks to the genius of whoever this person is to be able to, all right, I'm going to write it from several different angles to where it can be interpreted in so many different ways, and the story will be complete from all of those angles. Mm-hmm. So delicious. Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
All right.
So, and on Caramel, that's where we get the first...
No, Emergence, we
got the first glimpse of...
Is where he
killed
the tree person on the threshold.
And now we have the war
estate.
In here.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the war ensues.
All right. So now...
We'll be moving on. Catch you on the next installment of this. Okay, goodbye.